So let's go back to the warp and run in edit mode. What that does is it allows us to step through the warp one at a time through each of the prompts and optionally add more validation checks. So right here, what I'm doing is I am actually not controlling the screen. I am just clicking move to the next step on the bottom right. And when I get to the right step, I'm going to add a validation. I can add breakpoints, I can add a validation. And what I want to do is now I want to be ensure that I'm on this page. And the way I can do that is I'm just going to select something on the page. And in this particular case, a keyword entered, and that will be my validation check. If I'm on this page, then I'm on the right path in the warp and the automation. Let's do a quick check to see that the warp is still runnable. And then we're going to use this validated warp to run over the whole batch of Excel rows. And note that the validations are going to be transparent. The only time that you actually have them be triggered is when something unexpected happens. And the warp is going to then stop more precisely as the user would have defined. Now we go back into Excel and then select the entire data set and run a whole batch in one go. Warpdrive will iterate over the entire dataset, running the validated warp over each individual row, taking inputs from that row, checking each step for validations as we had defined them, and populating any errors it encounters back into the Excel spreadsheet and continuing processing. And the row that it is processing right now has an invalid address, so we're going to see it stop execution, put the error back into Excel, and then continue processing.